Hello there. It's the 12th of the 12th of the year 12. So the way we celebrate, I think, is the best way. Everything 12 pence delivery. Isn't that fantastic? And what we've got for you now is Easiyo yogurt, which we know you love, but what a great time to stock up. 12 pence delivery. Not the £4.95 or the £5.95, because they are sometimes big boxes. Lots of different flavours. With me is the lady who knows all about it. It's Julie Jones.
Good morning, Simon.
Isn't it a great time to fill the
fabulous?
shelves?
12p. Wow.
I know, it's good. Now, we've got some favourites. We've got Greek, we've got fruits, we've got the yoghurt maker.
Stock up on your Greek. Goodness me. Great value.
Shall we have a little tease ahead? Yes. Go on, Alice. Have a little look ahead. Julie will tell us all about how you make fabulous yoghurt and how easy it is. That's why it's called Easiyo. Here we've got some great ones. Now, this is the low-fat Greek. We've got a pack of 20 of the low-fat. We've also got the same in the normal Greek. But when we're talking the Easiyo Greek yoghurt, actually, let's just talk about fat content, because Greek yoghurt can be full of fat.
Well, actually, most of the supermarket ones are 8, 9, 10, even 11% fat.
Whoa.
Now, Easiyo's standard Greek is 4.4% fat.
That's quite low fat anyway.
That's very low.
Yeah.
Easiyo's low-fat Greek is, I think it's 1.3 or 1.7, something like that. It's so negligible. So if you love your Greek yoghurt, but you don't really like the fat content, the calories, then that's a great one to go for.
But doesn't matter how many calories, how much fat, this packed, filled, brimming with the friendly bacteria. This gets nothing but 5 out of 5 stars. We've got 2 easy payments and 12 pence delivery.
Fabulous.
That is amazing. It was £5.95, so that's reduced
and
it
actually
substantially.
fab for Christmas, that one, because you can make all your dips and dressings.
Oh, yes, savoury as well as sweet.
And they'll be low in fat and low in calories.
A real favourite are the yoghurts with bits. Now, this is the Greek yoghurt with the coconut bits in it. It is the perfect combination.
Oh, do you know, it is Easiyo's most popular ever yoghurt.
Oh, wow.
The taste is just divine. And again, although it's Greek and coconut and it is sweetened, it's very good to use with curries and with Asian and Indian
I've got
dishes.
1 pack left in the cupboard of that.
Do you know, everybody loves this. Everywhere I go, people say, that Greek and coconut is so fabulous.
How long does it last on the shelf when we buy lots of packs?
You've got up to a year when you buy it from
But that's best before.
That is best before. But actually, the Easiyo motto is, if it sets when you make it, it's absolutely fine.
That's
so
I made peaches and cream for the kids the other day. It was 2 years past its best before date.
Wow.
Set, fine. Kids loved it, everything was good.
It's fine.
Good.
Yep.
We're all happy then. So that's the Greek and coconut. So lots of excuses to get some new flavours and actually lots to stock up. And there's something I hope we get a little time to chat about, maybe not too much time, but this is the ice cream maker.
Yes.
Despite the fact it's yummy ice cream and it's filled with dairy and it's really great ice cream, it's filled with friendly bacteria.
It has, actually. It's ice cream with live lactic cultures, friendly bacteria, but also about half the fat of supermarket ice cream. It tastes great, and you can customise it. So, for example, you can turn the vanilla one into rum and raisin, or the chocolate one into chocolate orange, that kind of thing.
So you get the vanilla or the chocolate. It's 11 of, if you go for the chocolate option, 11 chocolate, 1 vanilla. If you go for the vanilla option, it's 11 vanilla, 1 chocolate. Ah, do you know, pictures. Never trust the pictures. It's fine. We'll tell you all about it. 827 260.
It's hiding in the box.
It's hiding in the box. That's where it is. 12p delivery, including the ice cream maker. The other great thing is you need a yoghurt maker. If you haven't got one yet, it's the simplest yoghurt maker you've ever come across. 12p delivery for this. Not just the yoghurt maker, but you actually get enough kit to make yoghurt as well.
In the pack, you get your yoghurt maker, you get your 1 litre yoghurt jar inside, and in this pack you get 2 sachets. So you get your Greek and you get your smoothie. It's a brand new pack. Greek is everybody's favourite, and the smoothie is very new and, again, very, very popular.
That soon will be everybody's favourite. My kids went wild for the vanilla bean smoothie, we'll tell you about. We've got that coming up as well in big packs too.
And do you know what? I love this one because Christmas gift. So, you know, you've got a choice of 3 different colours. Charcoal, you've got the silver, and you've got this gorgeous pink. And look how beautifully it comes boxed. You know, you get the box that matches, you get an instruction booklet, you also get a little red booklet here that tells you all about Easiyo and the benefits of eating
delivery just 12p. 12p. With a 30-day money-back guarantee, you put it to the test, and that starts on Christmas Day if it's a gift.
I think it's about £4.95. Normally something delivery on the yoghurt maker, something like that.
£5.95.
Wow.
So, let's find out, how easy is it to make Easiyo yoghurt?
It's so simple. So you need some tap water, and you fill up your jar to about halfway.
And when it's really cold like it is now?
Well, that's a very good point, actually, because Easiyo does not like anything to be cold. In fact, no yoghurt does when it's being made. So if the water coming out of your tap is ice cold, either draw the water off and let it sit for a little while, or add a little bit of boiling water to it.
Just to make it sort of room temperature.
Don't make it hot. not just take the chill off of it. So you then take your sachet of yoghurt. Now, they're all made in the same way. They contain no artificial ingredients of any description. You just pop that into your jar.
Suitable for vegetarians?
Yes, suitable for vegetarians, suitable for people who are on a gluten-free diet. The plain ones are all suitable for people who are diabetic because they contain no sugar at all. And even the sweetened ones are not particularly high in sugar.
And, of course, we've got lower fat content than a lot of the shop-bought Greek yoghurts and things like that, so really good.
And also, they're suitable for everybody, really from young children right up to very elderly people, because it's a product that's actually very easily digested.
And lots of great calcium from the free-range New Zealand cows.
Indeed.
It's great, isn't it? I mean, why do we have so much milk from New Zealand? Because they've got great grass. It's fabulous grass.
They have got the premier grazing area, really, anywhere. So what I've done, I've now topped up to the top of the jar with more ordinary tap water. Now, inside your yoghurt maker, you'll find this. It's called the baffle, and this is what controls the temperature of the water inside the yoghurt maker. So what I'm going to do is fill up with boiling water. Now, again, very important, particularly at this time of year when the weather's cold, make sure the water in the kettle is actually boiling when you do this.
Fresh off the boil.
Yes. Fill up to the top of that red disc, and what I do in the winter, I take it just about a centimetre above the red disc, and that just kind of, it's a bit like pulling the blankets up round your neck.
For a little bit longer.
Yeah, just to keep it a little bit warmer.
Now, where do we plug it in?
You don't. So that's it, you're done. You leave that anywhere you like, in your kitchen, in your living room, for between 8 and 12 hours. If you like a mild yoghurt, leave it 8 hours. If you like it a little bit sharper, a bit more tang, leave it 12 hours. If you go off to work and you completely forget about it, even after 24 hours, it will still be absolutely fine.
And that is so easy, and you don't need any plugs. There's nothing to go wrong. You don't even need to wash the yoghurt maker. Just tip the water down the sink, and all you do is you wash the little, I say little, 1 litre container of yoghurt, because that's a full litre.
So if you've never seen Easiyo before, this is the kind of consistency that you'll get from your Greek yoghurt. Now, I haven't done anything to this. I've just taken this out of the fridge in our prep kitchen, and you can see it really is absolutely delicious. With this pack, you get a sachet of this lovely Greek yoghurt, nothing artificial in there, no nasties in there at all, and the fat content only 4.4% fat.
And yet deliciously creamy with that real Greek yoghurt. I'm going to have a little try of this, because it is one of these yoghurts that actually, when you've tried fresh Greek yoghurt, so fresh that it really has got that lovely yoghurty taste, but not too sharp, but a really beautiful creamy flavour. And of course, it's brimming with those friendly bacteria. This is not only tasting good, but it's good for you.
It's good for you. And not only the friendly bacteria, Simon, but you've also got protein in there, and calcium, and folic acid, and vitamins, and minerals, and, you know, it's an all-round good-for-you food.
And it's a very useful food as well.
It's very useful because you can use, particularly with your Greek sachet, you can use that in sweet dishes and in savoury dishes. Makes a great alternative to things like double cream or sour cream. And what I'm doing here, I'm just filling up a shop-bought flan case with our Greek yoghurt. And this, you know, instead of maybe using whipped cream or something like that, so you can cut down on the calories.
And you could sweeten it if you wanted.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you have a little bit of a sweeter tooth and you don't, you know, you want to add a little bit of sugar, that's fine.
Or some honey.
Or some honey. And you can actually add that either when you're making the sachet. So when you shake the jar up, you could add some sugar in at that point. Or if you want to, make it up and then just add in your honey or your sugar. Or icing sugar is actually very good to flavour it as well.
And of course, it's beautiful as a dessert. It's a beautiful sweet, not a sweet yoghurt, but it's also a wonderful ingredient as a savoury mix as well.
Fantastic. I'm going to be showing you, stay with us, because I'm going to show you as we go through the hour with the Greek yoghurt, some things you can do with it.
This was a runaway success in my house.
Amazing success.
My wife's uncle came by, and he loves his dairy and smoothies and things, but it was how real it was. It was real vanilla bean, beautiful.
It is, and you can see all those kind of little dark bits. That's not dirt that we've got in there.
No,
little bits of vanilla bean goodness in there.
And you know what? The taste of this is amazing. Now, I know if you've been to the garage, or you've been to the supermarket, and you thought, well, get a sandwich and get one of those smoothies. Wow, you can spend a lot of money on a tiny sort of 250 millilitre.
And this way, you've got the whole jar, sits in the door of your fridge. It's there for your breakfast when you're ready in the mornings.
Oh, you see,
delicious.
It's beautiful vanilla. It's not overly sweet. It's not sickly and cloying. It's refreshing.
And it's not artificial either, so you're not getting that kind of nasty aftertaste that you sometimes get. More live cultures than the shop-bought stuff, because that's been sitting around on the shelf. This is fresh. This has just come out. This is really good. Great kit there. Brand new today in that particular one. What's different about it is, yes, you get the grey one, or you get the silver one, or you get the pink one. But what you get as well is a sachet of the Greek and the vanilla bean smoothie, and you will love that. Still to come, we've got some great choices when it comes to the fruit yoghurts as well. Have a little look at these ones. Now,
These are available in a few different options. It's back in stock, but this time it's 12p delivery. You've got boysenberry, raspberry or toffee, and there's 20 of each of those, whichever one you choose for. Really lovely. If you love your particular flavours, a lot of people go for that boysenberry. Very popular one, that. Something else, the customer favourites. Now, this is a bit of a mixture. So we've got some Greek in there, we've got some fruit ones, we've got... Which ones we've got?
Blueberries and cream, we've got Greek and cranberry, and then you've got, I think, is it toffee, raspberry and strawberry that we've got in there as well? So that's actually a really nice mixed pack.
It's a good combo.
You know, if you want a mixed pack and everyone can try out different flavours, it's a good one to go
12th
for.
of the 12th of the 12th, so 12p delivery on everything that you see on air. And the next one that we're going to have a look at later on is this one. Now, this, if you've never tried the Easiyo smoothie mixes, try these. Now, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you try them, send them back and get a full refund. But if you love vanilla and you love smoothies, you will adore these. And don't forget, as you're drinking them, you're consuming all those live cultures, those friendly bacteria. You don't need to go and buy those little bottles that talk to you. No, have it and enjoy it.
And actually, when you use Easiyo, one of the benefits of using Easiyo is that you have actually got the maximum number of those friendly bacteria.
Because it's freshly made.
Because it's fresh, because they die off very quickly,
They do, don't they?
So,
I mean, when you see a graph of them, they fly. And of course, you make it in a factory, then it's 2 or 3 days before it gets to the supermarket, then it's 3 or 4 days on the shelf.
Just goes down and down.
You take them out of the fridge and
you know, with Easiyo, even at the end of 2 weeks, which is the time you've still got loads of them in there.
It's about the same as the shop one, then.
So it's great for anybody who loves their yoghurt. It's also great for somebody who perhaps wants to cut down on the fat content in their diet. If you're into your sports or you have active children, again, very good way of getting the calcium and the protein.
And actually, do you know the other thing? There's an awful lot of people with dicky tummies at the moment.
Yes.
Really, I mean, I know it's a big problem for people. So what can you eat after you've had a dicky tummy? What should you eat? Well, you should be trying to recolonise your tummy with the friendly bacteria, not those nasty ones that caused all the problems in the first place. And of course, sometimes you don't feel like eating much. This is really easy digested, really easy to eat.
It's a low glycemic index food, which means that it kind of it gives off energy slowly and steadily, if you like, throughout the day. So if you start your day with Easiyo, whether that's your smoothie, maybe with a bit of oatmeal mixed in with some fresh fruit as well, or just some of your Greek yoghurt, it kind of satisfies you, keeps you going throughout the day. Now, this is our Greek.
And the Greek, 20 sachets. Now, we do have the low-fat Greek option. But remember, with our Greek yoghurt, it's around about 4% fat.
Yeah, it's 4.4% fat. And you can use it in so many different ways. Now, something simple, like a jacket potato.
Oh, yeah, it's great with that.
Instead of using sour cream,
chives, really
literally
nice.
use your Greek yoghurt.
And compared with sour cream, I mean, maybe having sort of chips and chili con carne and things like that. A sour cream on that, that's what, 8, 9, 10%?
Oh, yeah, 12%? Indeed, absolutely. It's very, very high. And actually, if you want a sharper taste and you want it to taste more like sour cream, just leave it in your make a little bit longer, 12, 13 hours, and you'll get a slightly sharper taste. Now, there we've used it on savouries, I've used it on there, but you could make it into lots of dips as well. But something like this, I've got some beautiful fresh figs here, and we can just top each one with a little bit of our Greek yoghurt.
Oh, you see, in the supermarkets, you get all sorts of different fruits, but can't you make them rather more exotic, a little bit tastier? And actually, the sweetness of the fig goes really nicely with the creaminess and the sharpness of the yogurt.
And then we could maybe just kind of a few pistachios over the top. And you've created a delicious dessert in just seconds, and that's what is so great with Easiyo. Have it in the cupboard, you've got it there. Once you've made the sachet up, it will keep in your fridge for up to 2 whole weeks.
And now, just when you thought Greek yoghurt was fantastic, because it's great as a dessert, you can do amazing things on the savoury spectrum. By the way, 12p delivery for all 20 sachets.
Amazing. Now, this is our Easiyo cheese, and if you haven't tried to make this, it is so easy to do. You take a container of your Greek yoghurt. In this case, I've actually mixed it up with some garlic puree and some chives.
You don't need to do a whole container. You could do some as well,
couldn't you? You could just do a couple of spoonfuls if you want to. Pop it into, I use a coffee filter, but you could actually, if you want to use a piece of muslin or anything that will, even kitchen tile. I think Catherine Huntley uses kitchen tile when she does hers. Sit it over a bowl, and what happens is all the whey, which is the natural liquid in your yoghurt, will drain out. And what you get is a very thick and very creamy cream cheese. And look, it's the type of thing that you would buy in your supermarket and you would pay a lot of money for.
And the thing is, not only does that cream cheese taste like cream cheese, and I say that because that's the first thing people say, what does it taste like? Does it taste of yoghurt? No, it tastes like you've been all the way to that place in America and you bought a tub of cream cheese.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It tastes like that, but then you've got the friendly bacteria in here.
Excuse my fingers,
and you could have put maybe some crushed nuts on top. You could have put some oats around it, toasted oats, some chives in there.
Something like even some chopped up pineapple in there is really rather nice, or some chopped up almonds. But it's a great way to create fantastic starters, desserts. You could use your Greek yoghurt. If you're making a prawn cocktail, instead of using mayonnaise, add in your Greek yoghurt to it. You could make a tzatziki with it. You could make a cucumber raita with it. All of the dips that you would normally buy, you can make yourself at home.
And toppings for carrot cake.
Oh, fantastic toppings. Oh, mix it. I'm going to show you that, actually. Mix it with some icing sugar. You can create an icing. Now, look here. These are our Christmas truffles made using Easiyo.
No.
They are. And
no.
If you would like the recipe for these, please go onto the QVC website and look underneath the Greek item number. Yeah.
Can I chop one?
Please do.
Okay.
And my recipe is on there for these. They're so easy to make. They taste absolutely delicious, and they're great to make for friends and give them to friends for Christmas gifts. Now, all we've done with those is I've whizzed up in my Ninja food processor some Oreo cookies and some Easiyo strained Greek yoghurt, and then we've just rolled them into little balls, dipped them into some chocolate, and the taste is just something else. And, you know, I gave this recipe to Easiyo in New Zealand, and I know that the lady out there who tests all the recipes for them, she's been making them with rum, she's been rolling them in coconut. You could do so many different things. I just tend to do chocolate and then coat them with white chocolate.
I can't believe that that's got friendly bacteria in and actually doing your tummy good.
Truffles are good for you.
Oh, no, isn't that brilliant? So, Greek yoghurt, a great one to have in the cupboard. Now, if it's in the cupboard, it's best before a year from now. But actually, we found a lot of people use it after that. So stock up now, because it's 12p delivery, and it was, if I'm looking right, £5.95. So there's a big old reduction. There's 20 sachets of Greek. You will use that all the time, on your breakfast, on your smoothies. You'll make cheese with it. Try it. You will love the effect of that, and you can make different kinds of cheese. You can use it in your savoury dishes, your sweet dishes, and, of course, just have it by itself, because it is gorgeous by the spoon.
Yeah, it is, really absolutely. It's fabulous for your breakfast in the mornings. My son John has Easiyo yoghurt every single morning. Now, here again, very, very simple to do. And what I love about Easiyo, you don't have to be a great chef to use Easiyo. No. It kind of lets you be a little bit creative, but, you know, you don't need an awful lot of skill. No. So some little phyllo pastry baskets there that we made quite simply by just putting some phyllo pastry into some Yorkshire pudding
And you could probably buy those.
But you can buy those. Little bit of your Easiyo Greek yoghurt on top, and then we've got just a strawberry on top of that, and it makes a really delicious dessert. So this is a fabulous store cupboard product. Use it in savoury dishes, sweet dishes. Great with a curry. Add a little bit of maybe some mango chutney and curry powder. In fact, I'll show you that.
Or as a dip.
How to do that as a dip.
Potato wedges.
Potato wedges, fabulous. You know, or use it for your desserts instead of double cream, instead of mayonnaise. You know, Easiyo Greek yoghurt is about 1/10 of the calories of mayonnaise. So spread it on a sandwich. You will never know the difference, and it's about 1/5 of the calories of double cream. So it's an incredibly versatile product. Have it in your kitchen, keep it in your cupboard. It's always there when you want to use it.
And today's the day to order it as well, because not only have we got that great price, and by the way, 300 people have got their orders confirmed already. We've got less than 200 left. But all of these today will be delivered to your door or somebody else's door for just 12p, the delivery charge, because it's the 12th of the 12th of the 12th. It's a very special offer. Take it, grab it, use it whilst you can. By the way, on the internet, you'll see what people say about the Greek yoghurt. People love it. And here's the recipe, by the way, for those truffles. Just click on that, yeah.
And it couldn't be any easier, I promise you. If you haven't got a food processor to blitz up your biscuits or your cookies, then you just bash them up with a rolling pin in a plastic bag.
We've got the low-fat Greek yoghurt coming up, so if you're really looking after the calories, remember this one's just 4.4% fat, but the low-fat one has less than half of that, and they're all less than the normal ones in the supermarket, but we'll tell you about, there you go, at the bottom of the screen, that's the low-fat one, 832067. Of course, a lot of people do love their fruit yoghurts, and we have a great selection. Actually, Easiyo have a massive range. Huge menu.
Huge.
Less than 100 of these ones to go around. These ones, boysenberry. Oh, we love that. So we've got different flavours.
Well, we've got boysenberry, we've got toffee, and we've also got raspberry, and it's 20 of each.
And I know it's a strange thing to say, but I've tasted it. If you've never tasted it, it really tastes of wonderful raspberries.
Yes, and
I mean, really fresh Perthshire raspberries.
That's right, but you know, the reason for that, Simon, is because Easiyo use no artificial colours, they use no artificial flavours, and so you don't get a kind of the artificial aftertaste of that at all. Now, here I'm making the alternative to Christmas pudding for Christmas Day. So if you've got people coming and you know, they're not going to like their Christmas pudding, I have got an enormous pavlova
here. That is a big pavlova.
And what I'm doing, I'm just filling up. This is the raspberry yoghurt. This is just to show you how simple it is to do this. And then we're going to go in with, look.
Oh, look at that. By the way, limited on the toffee. So about 90% of our stock of toffee yoghurt has already been ordered by somebody else.
Oh, look at delicious. That. Now, look at that. Instant
I know.
Dessert.
And yet, there's goodness in that. Not only has the yoghurt got all the calcium and the protein and all the wonderful things that a lot of people need, but it's got the friendly bacteria.
It has.
A lot of people are struggling at the moment with what to eat. I don't feel like eating anything, or I've been a bit ill and I can't eat anything, or I'm trying to recover from the illness. A great thing, and a lot of people know this, yoghurt is a wonderful thing to help you recover from all sorts of illnesses because it's easily digested. But with the friendly bacteria, it helps get your tummy back to normal quickly.
It does indeed, and I always think if you've been a little bit poorly, if you've been a little bit under the weather, you haven't got much appetite, Easiyo is a really kind of appetising food that it might encourage you to start eating again.
It's great for kids and for older people who just go, do you know what, I don't want to eat, I'm not going to eat.
That's right.
And actually, that's a bit of a problem.
That's actually very true. And I think for elderly people, it's very good because it's a source of nourishment without actually having to put a lot of effort into it. Now, here what I've done, we have got some meringues, some chopped up meringues, some fresh fruit, a little bit of our boysenberry yoghurt in there.
Limited across the board, but the toffee's already sold out, the boysenberry. Boysenberry's a little bit of a new fruit,
well, do you know, it's like a cross between a raspberry, a blackberry and a little bit of loganberry thrown in as well. It's just that it's kind of sort of tartish taste and very, very popular.
Very popular.
And what I've done here...
maximum fruity taste in a boysenberry one.
Now, you can see, how about that? For a very quick, very easy dessert. Kids would love that,
isn't that? I mean, that is just great. You could serve that up at a dinner party and people go, ooh, gorgeous. And you say, actually, a lot lower than cream in terms of fat. And you've got the friendly bacteria in there. And by the way, the other good thing about it, it tastes great. Because that's the thing, is good food and food that's good for you sometimes doesn't taste so good. But this tastes great. Just the raspberry left. The boysenberry's just gone, so no more calls for the boysenberry. The raspberry, lovely.
The raspberry is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I know the toffee has sold out, but I'm just going to show you this anyway, because if you've bought it, you're going to want to do this.
And I'll talk about the raspberry, because the raspberry... I mean, the favourite raspberries I've ever come across anywhere in the world are the ones from Perthshire. There's something about the soil in Scotland that raspberries love. I don't know if they're acidophilic or something like that, but anyway, it tastes of Perthshire raspberries. Not just any old raspberries, really fresh, really natural, really gorgeous raspberries. We've seen the toffee one there. Raspberries are the only option we've got left. 833-659. 12p delivery.
Fabulous. And use your raspberry in your pavlova.
Oh,
if you're going to do that for Christmas.
Or do you know what? Just scoop it up by the spoonful and
Just eat it.
swallow it. It's lovely. Lots still to come, though. This one's just about sold out. Unless you're on the phones, you'll have missed out on all of that. The customer favourites. Now, I don't think we're going to get a chance to talk about this. It's already limited in stock. It's your favourite. We know that, and so you've ordered lots of it already. 12p delivery on 12 sachets for just 28. So the total price for 12 sachets of yoghurt, that's 12 litres of yoghurt, is £28.22 delivered to your door. And they're your favourites. There's just a dozen of those left. Grab them if you can. Tap the app. Any way you can get to the phones, but you'd better be quick. We won't have a chance to talk about that one. However, we will talk about the low-fat Greek yoghurt because we talked about the standard Greek yoghurt, which is 4.4% fat.
That's right.
This one, lower fat.
Well, actually, the fat content of this is incredibly low, and I think it's 1.9%, something like that. I haven't got a sachet in front of me, but I know it's something like that, very low.
However, the taste, the texture, the way that you can use it is exactly the same as the other one.
Exactly the same, and this is a low-fat yogurt.
I mean,
Look, does that look
normally,
like a low-fat yogurt?
No, it doesn't.
Normally, you can just pour them out, can't you? So it's a great one to have if you love your Greek yogurt, but you seriously want to cut down on your calories. And all the things that we do with the Greek yogurt, you can do with your low-fat Greek.
Customer favourites have just sold out. No more calls for those. Lots of people have already ordered the low-fat Greek yogurt. By the way, there's 20 sachets. That's 20 litres. Now, you might think, oh, I don't know, that's not a bad price. Let me just tell you, the normal delivery charge is £5.95. It gets nothing but 5-star ratings at 5 out of 5. We've got 2 easy payments, and this will last on your shelf best before at least a year from now. And a lot of people will be able to use it a lot longer than that. I have, a lot of you have. It's best before. It's beautiful, and it's a storeroom cupboard ingredient that you just always have to have.
That's right.
What are you going to make here?
What I'm going to make here, I've got a little bit of curry powder.
Oh, it's my favourite one, you know.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some mango chutney, which is lovely. And if you can get the smooth mango chutney, I think that one's actually the best one to use when you're doing this.
Actually, there was a great mango and ginger chutney that Cook's Essentials did.
Oh, did they?
Oh, that worked really well.
I've done that as actually, wouldn't it? And then a couple of tablespoons of your Easiyo low-fat Greek yogurt. Mix it all together. And what I'm going to do with this, I'm making a topping for some coronation chicken and also a dip. And you know, when you go to the supermarket, you buy those dips, you get kind of 4 in a pack.
There's always one nobody wants.
Well, there always is. And always, you use most of it, and then you've always got loads left that you think, oh, I'll keep that for tomorrow, and then you don't eat it. And in the end, you end up throwing it out. So it's such a waste. So, for our coronation chicken,
look at that.
How simple is that?
And that's low fat.
Yes, that's low in fat, and we're all going to have lots of turkey left over after Christmas, so you can do the same.
I mean, I would have normally done mine with mayonnaise. What would have been the fat content in mayonnaise?
Well, the fat, well, gosh, it's ridiculous. I mean, Easiyo's a 1/10, and this actually would be even less than that because this is a third of Easiyo.
Mayonnaise is about 30–40%, and this is about 1.9.
Also, great if you're having visitors around, maybe you've made up some onion bhajis or some poppadoms, something like that. There's your dip made up. Now, that dip has got in it, it's got calcium, it's got protein, it's got vitamins, it's got minerals. It's probably cost you a fraction of what it would cost you if you bought it in the shop, and it's as fresh as it can possibly be.
And it's got the friendly, living, live cultures.
Isn't that there as well.
So you've got some in the fridge. You made it the night before. You can have some on your cereal. You can make a smoothie. You can make sort of mayonnaise on your sandwiches instead of mayonnaise. You can do the savoury dishes. And then the next morning, you can have some on your cereal again.
You can indeed.
This is the way to do it.
This is the way to do it. Now, you can also make it into the cheese that I showed you already, and this one I've just done a plain cheese without.
For those people who missed that, you just put it in a coffee filter, leave it in the fridge for maybe a couple of days. Well,
it depends how thick you want it. I usually leave it for about 36 hours, and then it all the way comes out. So what I've done here, we've filled up some little vol au vents, a little bit of smoked salmon, a bit of dill on the top there. So it's incredibly versatile. Or even, look, how about you want your Christmas pudding, and that's got loads of calories.
Brandy butter then?
Brandy butter, you could...
Oh, brandy butter's a bit heavy, isn't it?
How about a little bit of your low-fat Greek?
That's a good idea.
It's a kind of compromise, you know. You can enjoy the food, but you're going to have not too many calories in the topping that goes with it.
That's why so many people have ordered the Greek yoghurt. Now, it's very limited in stock in the low-fat Greek yoghurt. I think the other one is still available. We'll probably put the details on the screen. So the full-fat is still only 4.4%. The low-fat yoghurt is... let's have a quick look.
I should tell you exactly what it is.
Low fat is?
It's actually less than I thought. It's 1.3.
1.3%
Can you get
fat.
any lower yoghurt than that with a Greek yoghurt?
Can you get any lower? I don't think so.
You can.
And I don't think you could on price either. 3 easy payments available on the normal Greek yoghurt, and still the 12p delivery. If you want the low-fat Greek yoghurt, they'll give you the details there. We've got 2 easy payments. We've got a dozen left. The next 12 people on the phones will stock up their cupboards. In fact, a lot of people ordering 2 sets, so it might not be a dozen people. What have we got coming up? Oh,
ice cream.
Ice cream. And a vanilla bean smoothie. Wait till we tell you about that.
Be sure to see one of Wednesday's hot picks. Pamper your skin with the Emma Hardy Supersize Moringa Balm. Over 11,000 have sold so far, and it's now back in stock from September. The balm contains sweet almond oil, grapeseed oil and moringa seed extract, and can be used as a cleanser, a mask or a facial night oil. Look after your skin during Emma Hardy Amazing Face, Wednesday at midday.
Did you know that your favourite brands have a favourite charity? QVC is hosting a whole day dedicated to charities supported by some of your best-loved brands. QVC's Gift and Give is all about raising awareness, money and support for good causes. So join us to help charities of your choice with QVC's Gift and Give. All day Friday.
12th of the 12th of the 12th, and everything delivered at 12 pence. It's just so lovely.
Fabulous,
fantastic. So a lot of people stocking up with their Easiyo supplies. And we've had so many different calls. In fact, lots of things have already sold out. We'll try and keep you up to date with what's going on with our stock levels so you don't miss out. But my best advice to you is when you see what you normally use or what you would like to try, order it, get your order confirmed. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. And these things last for ages on the shelf, so you've got plenty of time to use them.
Yeah.
So.
And today's the day, if you want your Greek and coconut, it is the day to go for it. It's the most popular of all the Easiyo yoghurts. We never can keep it in stock, so on the 12p day, I would suggest you...
So it's a very good word of warning. It's gonna disappear very quickly. Don't miss out. So the Greek with the yoghurt is the great start, but then you've got the coconut and it's bits of coconut.
It has indeed, and it's pieces of real coconut that's actually in there. So you make it up in exactly the same way as you make up your Easiyo yoghurt normally, but once you've made it up, what will happen is, if you look inside the jar, you will see that the coconut kind of all comes to the top. That's because it's kind of lighter than the yoghurt. So unless you want to get all the coconut yourself, you need to just kind of give that a little bit of a stir through so that you mix the bits of coconut through. If you don't, you still get the coconut flavour all the way through.
But a lot of people do love those bits a lot.
Yeah, but it's just nice to kind of just give it a little mix through. So it's a Greek yoghurt. It's still very thick and very, very creamy, but with those extra pieces of coconut in there.
And has it got a slightly sweeter flavour, or is it just the coconut that seems to lift it?
It's just the coconut that's giving you that lovely sweet... It is so incredibly popular. And, you know, another nice thing is, if you're going to make your Easiyo truffles, then do try making with the Greek and coconut, because, again, gives it a kind of a different flavour.
Can I?
Go for it, go for it.
Do you know, it is such a fabulous flavour.
It is amazingly
It is so beautiful. By the way, I said it would go quickly. It's now limited in stock, so 90% of its starts has already been ordered.
Oh, my goodness. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's just, even people who don't like coconut, and actually I'm not a big coconut fan, and I tasted this kind of like, oh, I'm not sure. Oh, my goodness, it is wonderful.
Do you remember there was an advert, a lady walking down the beach, and it was blonde hair, and it was all romantic, and then, and then there was a chocolate bar came out?
Oh,
Do you remember?
I do.
That's the sort of... That's the sort of... It's creamy,
gorgeous.
It's rich. It's not quite as sweet as that.
No, it's not. It's
but
just,
I tell you what,
delicious.
there'll be bounty hunters after this.
There will be. And do you know what? It actually goes very well with sweet dishes and with savoury dishes. And you can have it just on its own. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm just adding some fresh lime juice, nothing else at all, just some fresh lime juice. But you could, if you wanted to, perhaps add some chopped up coriander into this as well.
It's going to sell out very, very quickly. In fact, unless you're on the phones, you're going to have missed out on this one. So savoury dishes as well.
So with your,
great with your pakora.
With your pakora, your onion bhaji, something like that, you've made a dip in just, again, seconds.
I was just going to try that, and they said, no, you can't, we've got to move on. Oh, swines. Sold out. Gone. We'll try and get some more, but at 12p delivery, I'm afraid that is too good an offer. You have to grab them. I'll tell you, there's something else that's going to sell out too. If you're refined in your taste buds, you will love the vanilla bean smoothie, and we're going to talk about that now. It is like those really expensive smoothies that you can buy, and they cost an awful lot, and they don't have the friendly bacteria.
No, they don't.
But this has everything.
Well, it's just like your yoghurt. So it has all the friendly bacteria. It has calcium, it has protein, it has vitamins, it has minerals. And it's also, you can see all the little black dots in here. That is the real bits of vanilla goodness in there. Now, you make it up in exactly the same way as you make your normal Easiyo yoghurts. The only thing to remember with this is you shake it as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, because you want to give it a good old mix.
So when you put it into your yoghurt maker, you shake it. But then when you take it out of your yoghurt maker, shake it again, and then when you go to drink it and you want to pour it, shake it again, because we want it in that consistency. It's absolutely delicious.
And it's thick and it's creamy.
Yeah.
But the taste is phenomenal because it's really rich.
That's right.
It's not hugely high in fat.
No, it's not at all. And also, it's very nice if you add it into maybe some fresh fruit at breakfast time. So you could make a smoothie using this as well, and kind of add some extra goodness into it. So I'm just going to add in, I've actually got some mango in there and some pineapple juice, because this goes incredibly well with this.
Do you know, I used to, at one stage, when I thought all friendly bacteria are really good for you, you go and buy these tiny little bottles of things that and they taste a bit chalky, and they don't really taste that nice, and they're quite expensive. This has got billions of friendly bacteria, But it tastes great.
It tastes fantastic.
The kids want to drink it.
Right. And actually, for children as well, if you have children who perhaps won't drink milk and you want them to have the goodness, you want them to have the calcium, then on their breakfast cereal in the morning, a little bit of your smoothie, and they will love this onto their cereal in the morning. And I can almost guarantee you they will drink them.
Scoff it down.
They will have their...
Actually, for older people too, especially calcium being a very important part of their diet.
That's right.
But they don't want to drink milk.
No,
because a lot of people go off drinking milk.
Yeah, that's right.
This is something that's not only very palatable, but it's packed full with calcium, protein, and the friendly bacteria.
Exactly. And also, for people who are lactose intolerant, a lot of people are lactose intolerant.
Yes.
When you make yoghurt, it actually changes the lactose in the yoghurt, in the milk, into something called lactic acid.
And that gives it the yoghurty taste.
That's right. And that's most people can tolerate lactic acid. Some people can't. Some people are incredibly lactose intolerant. If that's you, then you probably can't have it. But a lot of people can tolerate yoghurt where they can't tolerate milk.
It doesn't taste particularly yoghurty.
No, it doesn't. It just
got a really
tastes like
creamy,
a delicious, creamy smoothie.
Easiyo, it's not overly sweet. It's not sickly in any way.
Easiyo was developed in New Zealand about 20 years ago, and it was developed by a gentleman called Len Light. And Len and his wife, Kathy, they had 8 kids, and they all loved yoghurt, and he was spending a fortune buying
yoghurt. You know how
yogurt.
quickly kids can go through yoghurt, eh?
That's right. So he invented this system. It started life only in health food shops in New Zealand, and it's now sold all over the world in lots of different countries. It's the premium brand of home yoghurt making system. The great thing about it is there's nothing artificial in it, and it keeps in your fridge. Once you've made it up, keeps in your fridge for up to 2 weeks, and at the end of 2 weeks, you've still got millions and millions of those friendly bacteria, which is why we want to eat the yoghurt.
Keeps in your fridge for up to 2 weeks. Never
Unless
lasts that long.
I mean, I have known one of my sons actually sit with a pot of the toffee yoghurt and eat his way through the whole thing in one go.
But at least you know there's lots of goodness in it, and that's the great thing. And by the way, I mean, if you went to New Zealand, you'll see Easiyo aisles in the supermarket. It's incredibly popular. It's maybe a little bit difficult to get in this country, and of course the great thing is we don't want you to be searching around. I'll take that out of the way so you can see it. We want delivered to your door so you can enjoy it.
Yeah, and I think QVC actually has an incredibly good and very varied stock of all the Easiyo products. What I've just done there is I've just used that as a sauce. So if you wanted maybe a little bit of sauce...
Well, I was just thinking, fat content, 1.8 grams per 250
ml.
Yeah,
but that's 250. So when we look, it's 0.8. It's very, very low in fat. So if you like to start your day off with a smoothie, and that's what I'm saying to you, if you add this to, here I've added some pineapple juice, some fresh mango, which was just a packet of frozen mango that we defrosted, and then some of your vanilla smoothie and a banana. You've got potassium in there from the banana, you've got vitamin C from your fresh fruit.
You've got a creme anglaise almost there.
Absolutely. So, again, it's a very versatile product. Fabulous for children if they won't have breakfast in the morning.
Yeah.
Great thing for them to have.
I mean, it's great to save money, because if you go to the garage or you get one of those sandwich bars and you get one of those little bottles of smoothies, what are they, 200 ml? 150 ml? And they're like £2. Yeah. Well, this is a litre.
Exactly. And also, they haven't got friendly bacteria. These have.
So, and they've got loads of sugar in them.
And they've got loads of sugar.
And quite a lot of fat, too, sometimes.
Indeed, they have. And you can see from the texture of this, it's very thick, it's beautifully creamy, absolutely delicious to taste. And that's why we love Easiyo. You know, a lot of people eat Easiyo because they want the goodness from it, but most of us eat it because we just love the taste and the flavour and the convenience of having it in your cupboard, make it up when you want to make it.
Now, my kids have tried all sorts of different Easiyo yoghurts, and I must admit, when this was quite new, I took a sachet home, and I actually didn't make it for a little while, and then I made it when my wife's uncle came by, because he loves smoothies and things like that. They were fighting over it. I mean, they literally, I want the last bit, please, I want it. This, if you've never tried this, try it now, especially with 12p delivery. It's really worth trying. If you don't like it, send them back, get a full refund, but you get 10 litres for under £20. Just think, for a 200 or a 150 millilitre bottle, you're paying a couple of pounds.
Value,
that's crazy. The ice cream's coming up. Hard to believe it, but yes, ice cream can be packed filled with the friendly bacteria too. There's the vanilla. Oh, we've got the chocolate option. That's 11 of the chocolate, 1 vanilla, and we've got the vanilla option, which is 11 of the vanilla with 1 chocolate. Because we thought you might like to make a kind of Neapolitan, you know, a little bit of a mixture. And also coming up, I didn't think we'd have time to talk about this one, but this is the strawberries and cream.
I think this hotly follows behind the Greek and coconut as being a favourite, particularly with the QVC viewers.
And as you know, I've got a very good friend, Rachel, who thinks this is her favourite, because it's really creamy yoghurt.
Rachel likes it.
I know. Well, we've got all sorts of things to show you. So we'll be making ice cream. You don't need an ice cream maker, you just need a whisk.
Nothing.
We'll tell you all about that in a little while from now. Stay tuned to QVC, 12p delivery on everything today.
Welcome to Antwerp, home of Kipling accessories since 1987. Casual and colourful, their bags are designed to be fun and functional. Kipling, part of the everyday adventures of women around the world.
My job is to help you achieve a radiant, luminous, toned airbrush complexion, naturally and safely, using my potent botanical skincare collection. Emma Hardy, Amazing Face.
Who would like some Christmas pudding ice cream, or some mulled wine ice cream, or some cranberry and orange ice cream?
Or chocolate mint chip ice cream.
Oh, spoilt for choice. And they all come from one of these kits. Chocolate or vanilla are the basic ice creams that you start with to do all sorts of recipes. But this ice cream, unlike any other ice cream I've ever come across, is teeming with those luscious, friendly bacteria.
Yeah. And it's about 6% fat, so it's just over. Supermarket ice cream is usually about 10% fat.
Wow.
So we're talking just over half the fat. Isn't that lovely?
Christmas pudding.
Yeah, I can't take credit because our prep kitchen manager Joe inspired me with all these different ideas for the ice creams today.
But the thing is, and the first thing is, yes, it tastes like ice cream.
Oh, it does.
Because a lot of people think, well, it's yoghurt. No, it's ice cream.
And you've got friendly bacteria in there. So if you want to get the benefits of the friendly bacteria, and if you get your yoghurt maker, you do get a booklet in there that gives you lots of information about the friendly bacteria. They're the same bacteria that live in our tummies naturally, that kind of fight off the bad bacteria, if you like. So.
But this you don't use a yoghurt maker for.
No,
this isn't yogurt.
This is
ice cream.
This is ice cream. The sachets will keep in your cupboard for up to a year, just the same as your.
And all you need is a whisk and a freezer.
Yeah, that's all you need. So you need 400 mils of water, and that goes into the container, and you get the container with it. Now, somebody said to me recently, do I have to make it in that container? You can make it in any container that you want to. If you want to make individual ones, you could actually whisk it up and then put it into maybe like Swiss roll tin or muffin tins or something like that.
But I suppose ice cream normally comes in containers like this, so we thought we'd put it in a container like that.
That's right. So you put it in and you give it a stir round. Now you just stir this until everything is really nicely mixed in. And once it's all mixed in, you take it and you pop it into your freezer, and it goes into your freezer for 2 or 3 hours until it's almost frozen. But we don't actually want it totally frozen. We want it kind of like a sorbet consistency. So it doesn't matter if you go off and maybe you go to work, you put it in the morning and you come back in the evening and it's frozen solid. All you do is take it out and either let it defrost or put it in the microwave for a minute or two. And you then take an electric whisk. I'm not going to do this, just to show you. You pop that into the container.
You're not going to do it, I'll tell you why.
Because I haven't plugged it in.
That's all right.
But I wasn't going to do it anyway.
No, it's fine.
Just going to show you. Because I want to show you the ice cream. So you put the whisk in and you go zzz, 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 and you whisk it all up and it grows right up in the container.
So it does grow?
Yeah, because when you whisk it, you aerate it. And maybe if you've got a KitchenAid at home, what you could do is actually tip it out into the KitchenAid and whisk it up in that if you wanted to do that.
So how do we then use that as a basis for ice cream?
You pop it back in your freezer for about half an hour till it kind of just thickens up a little bit, and then you then get it out and you can either eat it as it is or you can add in all the extra bits and pieces to it, as we've done here. So, as in the case of this one, we have the mulled wine one. Now, Easiyo mulled wine ice cream. Now, Easiyo also do a cheesecake mix and they do a jelly mix as well, and this goes really well with both of those.
So you would start perhaps with the vanilla to do something like this?
Yes. So, well, all of these I've used the vanilla, apart from the chocolate chip one, in which case we've used the chocolate one. So, you can have a taste of that. So that is mulled wine that we've reduced down and kind of burnt all the alcohol off of it. So it's reduced down until it's really like a syrup.
Oh, yeah.
And then just added that in. So you can be incredibly creative. Catherine Huntley made peanut butter ice cream.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Which was great.
That would be a great one.
And I know Kathy Taylor's son, he plays around with this as well and makes up lots of different ice cream flavours. So
the amazing thing is, yes, it does taste like ice cream because it is ice cream.
Yes.
The great thing is it's perhaps a bit lower than fat than most of the supermarket ice creams, and it's got the friendly bacteria. And, of course, it's in your cupboard, so you can make make it up, and probably only in about 3 or 4 hours, you've got ice cream if you want it.
You have, indeed. And lovely, again, for Christmas time, maybe if you've got a jelly or a trifle, as I've got here. So this one I've made using the Easiyo jelly.
OK, that's nice.
So, again, you can mix the products up together. So we have a little bit of our...
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a beauty.
It's a bit of a wobbly trifle there. So that would be really nice if you've got children at Christmas time. And what can we have with that one? A little bit of the chocolate mint chip.
Oh, chocolate mint chip. Now, by the way, it's either chocolate or vanilla. In each of them, you get a little sample of the other one. So if you order the chocolate, you'll get 11 chocolate, 1 vanilla. Yeah. If you order the vanilla, you'll get 11 vanilla and 1 chocolate. And we thought we'd like to give you that opportunity to try the other flavour, but if you like predominantly vanilla, go for that. The chocolate by itself, just plain chocolate, is a rich chocolate taste, but not overpoweringly. It's not like a kind of dark chocolate taste.
No. It's very mild tasting. And the other thing is that actually each sachet makes not a litre, it makes 1.5 litres.
Wow.
So you're talking great value for money, low in fat, really good for your children. You know, if you want your kids to have an ice cream that's not as high in sugar, not as high in fat as supermarket ones, I think this is a great one to go for.
Raisin, did you say?
No, that is chocolate and mint chip.
Oh, chocolate and mint chip?
Yes. And what was this one? Oh, you haven't tried.
Oh, I remember now, they've used Lily O'Brien's.
We did.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. So you could use up sort of leftovers, bits and bobs that you've got lying around.
I mean, I've made all different over the years with this. I've made all sorts of different ice creams. This one is cranberry and orange. And again, a lovely way if you've got any cranberries left over at Christmas time, or even some cranberry sauce would go beautifully well in with that.
Now, is it a soft scoop ice cream? Is
it
a hard ice cream?
It's not. And, you know, I just, to tell you, any ice cream that you make yourself at home, if it doesn't have things in it to make it soft, it will be hard. So it's a kind of a way of knowing there's nothing artificial in there.
So if your ice cream's hard, you know it's probably good ice cream.
you know that it's good ice cream, because the soft scoop ones, I mean, sometimes they have eggs in them to soften them, but usually they'll have emulsifiers and things in there, which we don't have.
We don't like that word, emulsifiers. No. That should go on your wall. Or is that emulsion? Anyway, 827260. So that's many litres of ice cream, probably about 15 or 16 litres of ice cream in chocolate and vanilla. By the way, the yoghurts that we've been talking about, most of the yoghurts that we've had are pretty much sold out. The yoghurt maker is still available. It's available in either the grey one, which you can see there, the silver one, or the pink one. Sorry, charcoal, we call it. Charcoal, silver or pink. And what you get is the yoghurt maker. You get the cookbook. You also get the 1 litre yoghurt container, and you get a litre of Greek yoghurt and a litre of the vanilla bean smoothie, which is a great new combination. £18 and 12 plus 12 pence delivery. One of the favourite yoghurts, well, we had Greek with the coconut bits, we've had the Greek with the cranberry, very popular, but the strawberries and cream.
Well, this is the most luxurious of all the Easiyo yoghurts. It's kind of thick, it's creamy, it's velvety smooth, it has a little bit of extra friendly bacteria added in there to kind of make it even thicker.
Now, how come it's creamier? Because it is definitely, you can taste it, you can feel it's creamy.
The reason that it's creamier is because most of the Easiyo yoghurts are made with a mixture of skimmed milk and whole milk. Okay. This one is made just with whole milk and with the cream of the milk. Ah. So you've got a very thick, very creamy, very, very, very delicious tasting
yoghurt. I'm going to pinch a bit because you can really taste the difference.
You can indeed. And one of the things I wanted to show you with this one is if you want to make up an icing, I know you were talking about your carrot cake icing. Yeah. Easiyo, fantastic. If you like carrot cake, it makes the best ever carrot cake icing. Does. And what I've done with this one, I've strained the yoghurt first of all, so through a piece of muslin or perhaps through a coffee filter if you want to, for probably at least maybe 3 or 4 hours. And then I've mixed it up with some icing sugar. And then I'm just going to decorate my cake. And this is actually a cranberry cake that I've made using Easiyo Greek and cranberry yoghurt, because any of your Easiyo yoghurts you can add into your cake mixes as well.
There'll be a lot of people saying, does it melt when it's on the cake? But we've got quite warm studio lights.
No, it's very warm in the studio here.
Yeah, and it's pretty good.
And it's absolutely fine. It's just like a normal icing would be if you made an icing with a cream cheese, you know, cream cheese frosting, that kind of thing.
I was just looking at the fat content, because it's that creamier yoghurt.
Yes.
Actually, it's 4.5% fat, which actually is
it's
very low, really, for something that tastes this decadent and creamy.
Absolutely, it is still very low.
And it comes out beautifully set, but not set like a wobbly jelly. It's got that lovely kind of velvety smoothness.
That's right. It just, look, when we say it's set, look, this is how it comes out.
A quenelle of yoghurt.
Well, indeed.
No, and it's not often you can do that. I just love that.
And again, you could use this, you could actually mix this in with your breakfast smoothie in the morning. But again, what I think Easiyo is so useful for is if you have people who suddenly turn up and you think, oh my goodness.
Oh,
and that happens at Christmas a lot, doesn't it?
We'll have soup and a pudding.
What am I going to do? If you've got a shop-bought flan case of some description, you can, and you've got a pot of Easiyo in your fridge. And actually, if you know they're coming the night before and you've got your sachets in your cupboard, that's the benefit of Easiyo.
Well, because it's just so quick.
Make it up overnight.
Actually, to make the yoghurt, to actually do it, takes about a minute.
Yes.
And then you leave it overnight. You don't do another thing to it, or you leave it when you're out at work a day. And then you've got yoghurt when you come home. Just pop it in the fridge to chill, and you're ready to go. Teeming with the friendly bacteria, because it's the 12th of the 12th of the 12th, it's 12 pence delivery. 8 litres of the creamiest yoghurt that my friend Rachel would be very proud of, because she loves the creamy yoghurts, and that's what this is. And
not only the creamiest yoghurt, but, you know, nothing artificial in there either, Simon, which
well,
I think
that's
is
important.
Great. But you've also got calcium and you've got the protein in there, and, you know, the kids will love this, the adults will love this. Easiyo is suitable for everybody, from babies. If your babies can have solid food, they can have Easiyo, to very elderly people. And it's actually great for elderly people because it's very easily digested.
It's limited in stock, and what I would suggest that if you've got somebody, or maybe it's just some of the people that have been a bit ill in the family and those dicky tummies and things like that, this is something that when they get back to eating again, really, really, really gorgeous taste. People will want to eat it, but it's easy to digest. It's that perfect first meal when you haven't eaten for a few days, and it's giving that tummy lots of friendly bacteria, which has got to be a good thing when it was the bad bacteria that caused all the problems in the first place.
Yeah, that's right. And incidentally, with your strawberries and cream, if your children love strawberry and cream flavour, try putting this into ice lolly moulds, freezing it and giving it to them for ice lollies, because then they're getting a real hit of goodness, but they'll love it because it's in an ice lolly. Idea? So it's incredibly versatile. Do so many different things with it.
That's the thing. In fact, maybe we should have a little thing sometime on the internet or something like that where you can tell us what you do with your Easiyo, because
wouldn't that be a good idea?
It's just the tip of the iceberg what we do, and actually you've done loads, but there's so many more ways that people use it.
There's so many different ways you can use it, and actually that would be really, really good. Good idea. We'll have to suggest that, I think.
We're working that for our new year. This is limited in stock. What that means is well over 90% of the stock that we started with has already been ordered by somebody else. 831 185. For the last few dozen people on the phones will be getting their 8 litres of strawberries and cream yoghurt. And by the way, really natural, really beautiful strawberry flavour as well. Because a lot of strawberry flavour, it's an easy one to fake, but actually it does taste a bit strange.
And actually, you know, people often say to me that it doesn't have any aftertaste, and that's because there's nothing artificial in there to give it any aftertaste.
We love that. It's a very natural way of making yoghurt, and it's a very consistent way of making yoghurt. How many times in the past have you tried to make yoghurt and you had inoculation cultures, and there were pilot lights in your cooker, and you were putting it in the airing cupboard, there were electric yoghurt, and it didn't turn out? This turns out perfect every single time. And it turns out perfectly with the Greek yoghurt as well. Now, we've sold out of the low-fat Greek yoghurt, but we have the standard Greek yoghurt, which is, by the way, much lower in fat than a lot of supermarket yoghurts, because this one's, I think, 4.4% fat, whereas a lot of supermarket Greek yoghurt's about 10 or 11 or even more.
That's right.
There's about 100 left to go around. 12 pence delivery.
OK, so you've seen the texture of the Greek yoghurt. Let me show you what you can do with this again. So in my dish here, I've got a little bit of dill, chopped up dill. And I'm just going to make a dressing for some fish cakes, or you could just have as a dip, perhaps, if you wanted to. So just pop it in. So a couple of tablespoons is usually enough. And then we want a nice squeeze of lemon juice in there.
Normally you'd use mayonnaise, wouldn't you?
You would, but mayonnaise is 10 times the amount of calories of Easiyo Greek yoghurt. So 10 times. Easiyo Greek is 1/10 of the calories of mayonnaise. And actually, anything that I would use mayonnaise for,
you could use,
your Easiyo Greek yoghurt, even down to spreading it onto a sandwich if you want to make a sandwich. I did this going back a couple of years ago when we first had Easiyo here. My son was going off to college every day at that point, and I used to make him sandwiches in the morning. And I always used to put the Greek yoghurt on there. And he came home one day and said, "What is that mayonnaise, Mum? I really like that." And it was just...
You just love it when that happens.
Thick enough to do that.
I was just thinking, maybe you have cheese with mayonnaise in your baked potato. Isn't that lovely? How much fat goes into that?
Mayonnaise, do you know, if you see mayonnaise being made, it is predominantly oil. So we use eggs or egg yolks, a little bit of mustard, and then we top the whole thing off with oil.
Imagine this. I mean, it's much less fat. It gives you the same sort of lovely flavour, and it excites the taste buds the same way mayonnaise does. And, of course, then you can use it with the cheese that you love as much.
And it's so versatile. If you're sitting at home, you're watching telly, you think, I've got the munchies, I need something quick. hot potato wedges in the oven, mix up a dip, whatever your fancy is, like a little bit of dill, whatever you've got in the fridge. We've got dill and lemon in this one. Now, I know you like the mango chutney and curry powder one, but that's good as well, isn't it?
Nice and bright on the tongue.
And you can add anything you like, some chopped up cucumber, make your own raitas, make your own tzatziki's. You know, it's incredibly
Make your own cheese.
And your cheese, don't forget your cheese. And this one, we've just popped the yoghurt into a coffee filter, into a sieve, and then sit that over a bowl, let all the liquid drain out, and then you're left with...
A day and a half to do that?
I leave it about 36 hours, but, you know, up to 48 hours is fine. And if you only want to do it quickly, you can actually just put it in there for 4 or 5 hours, but it won't be quite as thick.
And don't forget the truffles.
Oh, the
recipe on the website.
Get
chocolate
the recipe,
truffles
have a go.
With friendly bacteria in them.
You'll love them. They're delicious.
That's a Shangri-La moment, isn't it? It really is.
It is.
831480, that's our pack of 20 litres of Greek yoghurt for just 12 pence delivery. And we've got 3 easy payments available on that one, which is fabulous. The one that is also just hanging on by the skin of its teeth, the vanilla bean smoothie. I mean, this is perfection, really.
It is. It's absolutely delicious. It's got real little seeds of vanilla in there. The taste is fabulous. It's thick, it's creamy, and it keeps in your fridge again for up to 2 weeks. Fabulous way to start your day in the mornings, particularly if you're into your sports or if you've got children or, you know, if you've maybe...
Well, just that last minute, sort of, just before you go to bed, snack. Little bit of vanilla. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, or if you get the munchies mid-morning, you know, it kind of keeps you going.
The ice cream. Now, it's an ice cream maker because you get the tub. All you really need is a freezer and a whisk. And the chocolate one has 11 litres of chocolate, 1 of vanilla. You also have in the vanilla 11 litres of vanilla and 1 of the chocolate. I say litres, it actually makes about over a litre, so because it whisks up and aerates. So you've got loads of them. 12 pence delivery on that as well. And 12 pence delivery if you order the yoghurt maker. Now, a lot of people still haven't tried EasyYo. It's a great gift because it arrives beautifully packaged. We've got the pink one, we've got the charcoal one, and the silver one. Have we got the silver one? Yeah, we've got the silver one as well.
Yes, we've got pink, we've got charcoal, and we've got silver. Now,
and the difference between this one and the other packs that we put together, this is a litre of the Greek yoghurt and a litre of the vanilla bean smoothie. And it's
fantastic value for money. And do you know what? It comes in the most beautiful box. It's a lovely pack. So if you're thinking, maybe you're using EasyYo yourself already, and you think, oh, well, maybe my sister would like it. It's a great Christmas gift for somebody, and it comes beautifully boxed as well. So
if you want to order it, you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, which means you can make 2 litres of yoghurt. Well, a litre of yoghurt and a litre of the smoothie. Yeah. And if you're not absolutely thrilled with it, then I'm going to pass something in. Then all you need to do is send it back to us and get a full refund. We needed water. That's all you kind of need to make this yoghurn. And we were missing it.
I know we haven't got long, so I'm going to show you as quick as I can.
Well, how quickly can you make a yoghurt?
There's your yoghurt container. You get that inside your yoghurt maker. So you fill it up about halfway, ordinary tap water. Now, you can use bottled water, but don't use cold bottled water because we don't want anything really
Don't give the yoghurt a shock.
No.
So if it's really icy cold, -6 outside, let the water come up to room temperature, or perhaps add a bit of warm water.
Add a little bit of warm if you want. Give it a jolly good shake, and then you take the lid back off again, and you top up. There's a measure on the back there. It says fill to top.
And actually, it says fill to top, and it's not to the top, it's to that line. It's not to the top.
No, it's actually to that line there, which is just below.
Not to the top of the container.
Yep. And then you pop your lid back on again. And can you give that another shake for me, Simon, please? And then while Simon's doing that, inside the yoghurt maker is this. It's called the baffle, and this is what controls the temperature inside the yoghurt maker. So I'm going to fill up boiling water and make sure the kettle is boiling. You fill it up right to the very top. I would take it a fraction over the top in the winter time, because just to give it a little bit of extra warmth. Pop your jar in.
There's the technical bit.
There you go. Lid's on, done. OK, so we leave that for between 8 and 12 hours, depending on how you like your yoghurt. If you leave it for up to 24 hours, it's still going to be absolutely fine. Take it out, pop it into your fridge, and it will make a whole litre or a kilo of yoghurt, which keeps in your fridge for up to 2 weeks. The freshest yoghurt you can possibly buy, because you've made it yourself at home.
And, of course, the freshest means the most of those very useful, friendly bacteria, those living cultures. Sometimes when you buy it in a supermarket, it's not only been on the supermarket shelf for a few days or a few weeks, but it's also been on transit from the factory and been stored at the factory for a little while, and all the while those living cultures are dying off. But with this, they're as fresh as they can be. Gilly, thank you so much. It's wonderful to see you again. And if I don't see you before, have a lovely Christmas.
You too.
OK? Stay tuned to QVC. There's always tons in store. What have we got coming up next? Well, there's always a bit of a surprise, but 12p delivery on everything.